First album I ever fell in love with. Oof, that's a great question. I would probably say the Fugees. Listening to the Fugees with my brother. The Score was the name of the album. That was an album that my brother played for us a lot. Just a classic hip hop album. Probably on the radio. It was a super popular record at the time. My brother and I grew up listening to radio a lot in the car with my mom, so probably that way. Like hearing like Lauryn Hill's vocals and just like that classic drum beat was just it's so simple, but just so powerful. Such a powerful song. It's like when it gets to the bridge, like forget about it. Like that's next level. My name is Travie Bobbito. I'm a DJ representing Love Supreme. Create moments for people on the dance floor. Try to create experiences that people are going to remember for, a lifetime. Try to bring people together. Got into DJing. My older brother was producing and rapping, and looking up to my older brother, and just wanted kind of like my own outlet, something I could do for myself, and just being in love with music, being in love with hip hop, kind of like DJing fit in naturally. And then my girlfriend that I had at the time, her dad was a DJ, and he would like take me out to gigs with him, and kind of showed me like the ropes a little bit. So I started rapping cables, seeing how he would rock a crowd, and just fell in love with it. It means a lot of things. I feel DJing there's two sides of it. But ultimately you're just trying to keep the dance floor moving. It means being able to read a crowd, present music to them maybe in a way that they haven't heard before. When you're really trying to connect with an audience, you want to play records that are familiar to them, while still kind of like pushing the limits and try to put them on to new music, music that you love. I like to say, like, I've been DJing over 20 years. I like to think my style is, I kind of call it like the way a piano teacher or piano player might be like classically trained. I like to say like I'm kind of like hip hop trained. So it's a lot of party rocking. I like to play fast. Depends on the party, but I like to switch up the energy, do like quick mixing, and just try to build up the energy, build up the tension in the room, and then kind of give them, just build up the energy that way. Chasing. Probably freedom. Being able to just play music that I love, and just give people an outlet for allowing them to express themselves, like on a dance floor, in a club or whatever it might be. But just an outlet, a way to express myself creatively, play music that I love, music that I grew up with, music I've discovered. And just have that freedom to control a room and kind of just navigate through different records. Love Supreme San Francisco is a party and a creative platform that I run with fellow resident DJs King Most and Bella D. We have a great creative team: Nitzia Garcia, Mike Bravo, Jordan Sanchez, that do like the capture photo and video. And we throw events in San Francisco. We take it on the road occasionally, and we just try to reach as many people and try to bring people together through music, try to get them to dance, try to put them onto new music from around the world. Love Supreme will be worldwide. That's it. Yeah. So we're in the world section, going through the records from Africa. Hugh Masekela. We're gonna have to change that so I pronounce it correctly. But this is just a great musician, great music. This would definitely be something I would take a listen to. Gonna go through the Latin jazz. Luis Bonfa, bossa nova legend, Brazilian legend. It was a great record, great musician. A lot of my personal favorite, like some of my favorite music is Brazilian, and it was really such a fantastic name here. I mean, he's singing in Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese, but it's just a vibe when you put it on. It's like just relaxing, and just I remember listening to like bossa nova as a kid, and just being in love with the sounds of the guitar, the rhythm, and just always kind of visualizing what Brazil would be. Made me want to travel there. Yeah.
How did this genre influence you?
Now, I'm always looking for different rhythms to inject into my set. So, always looking for really groovy percussion. Usually that's coming from Africa, West Africa, South America, Brazil, the Caribbean. So it's just mostly looking for just grooves that I can inject, or find maybe a different remix of that song that's maybe made for a dance floor or something like that. Yeah. Going through the reggae section. Always trying to find some new reggae. Dr. Ali Montado. Gotta say I'm familiar, but this is definitely something. Oh, okay, I recognize some of these songs. Yeah. Always going through reggae, always looking for Caribbean music, whether it's to sample it or, just inject it onto the dance floor in a way that seems fresh. Yeah. Good. So I picked 3 records here. First one is a 45 of Dance, Dance, Dance by Chic. Just a classic record. A record that still works in clubs today. Produced by Nile Rodgers, legend. Disco is just part of my repertoire of sounds that I like to play. just a classic, timeless music that never goes out of style. So yeah, chic, dance, dance, dance. Here, can't talk about Afro beats without mentioning Fela. So we have the Africa 70. Just Fela is just, an incredible musician. A lot of the music today is, and the music that I love today is all credited to Fela, sampled throughout history. But this would Fela. Come on, it's Fela. And then here I picked a fun one. This is Nucleus, Jam on It. Mainly because it's a dance record. There's some rapping on it, early rapping from 1984. Just reminds me of, just party music, dance music. Classic drum machine sounds that that just create a groove. So yeah, definitely Nucleus. It's fire. Early dance music, freestyle. Definitely played a huge role on my upbringing as a DJ and as a sound that I like to play. Oh man, what inspires my DJing? I'm inspired by so many other DJs. I always just try to listen to as many DJs as I can to, try to just learn from others. But like right now, like my sound is really inspired by just world sounds and like whatever's happening in Brazil. Brazil's like everything for me right now. Like the underground scene in Brazil, the dance music scene is just exploding. Kind of go both sides of the spectrum. Can go like always inspired by underground emerging sounds, and then like the hip hop and like soulful side of DJing. But just like the people that are there at the parties inspire me to like direct me, and they kind of like from reading the crowd direct. I know how to like direct the sound and navigate the night, but inspiration comes from everywhere, really. The part that I love the most about like the creative process is like the discovery phase. So if I'm building a set, going through different records, trying to find new music, and trying to find like that through line. Maybe it's like an older song that samples like a drum break. I'm trying to, find another record that has the same rhythm, same sample, and trying to just connect maybe like different eras, different continents, different people through, with this through line of music. Probably the administrative side, the non-creative side, the paperwork, the emails, the follow-ups, the pitching, like selling yourself, is probably like my least favorite part. Yeah, the toughest part. Always working on new events, and like trying to build up, or always working on our new events, Love Supreme every month, and just trying to find newer venues to work with, newer artists, newer DJs, just new ways for the Love Supreme brand to be just trying to find other lanes for the Love Supreme brand as a creative platform. Yeah.
What does 2026 look like for Love Supreme?
2026 is gonna be fun. We're gonna be pressing forward into as many new markets as possible. Just pushing the limits of what we can do. It's really exciting. And this is a beautiful record store. The curation of these records is, I haven't seen it in other record stores. The way it's separated, different genres, different continents, tape CDs, soundtracks, comedy records. This is a really, really special record store. A lot of records I'm like excited to take a listen to, come back and listen to, and you know, there's a lot of intention that goes into this curation here, and it really matters, and it really shows. Yeah, it's a great store. Oh, like record stores they're so integral, such an important piece of the culture. Like just going through, like thumbing through records until you find something that catches your eye, whether it's the album cover, whether it's the artist, and just kind of like getting lost in the record store. Like I could spend all day in some of the in record stores just discovering new music, learning, reading the liner notes, reading the credits, and you know, trying to connect dots. And then, you know, you just meet people in record stores, and you know, they're important to a community in a community sense, because you're just always finding other music lovers, people that are curious, people that are in different journeys of their music listening experience. You can share your knowledge of certain artists, genres with somebody. You're just learning a lot. So, you know, record stores are fantastic.
What does being in a record store unlock for you creatively?
Just like new possibilities. I kind of believe that there's no such thing as an original idea, and you know, there's thousands and thousands of ideas here that you can pull from, and you can reinvent, you can tweak, you can be inspired by. So, you know, it's just like that. You can find me, easiest place is on Instagram at Travie Bobbito, TravieBobbito. You can learn about Love Supreme at Love Supreme SF on Instagram. Yo, catch me on May 9th at the Empress Theater in Vallejo, representing Love Supreme, 4th Space. Let's go. Shout out Mars Records. Shout out Steven?
Yeah. Steven.
Shout out Steve, Mars Records. Come check them out. Oakland, California. This is a beautiful record store. You got to come check it out. Shout out Idu House. Thank you for having me. So much more to come.